Hello and welcome to another episode of Current Affairs MCQ. Let's begin with previous day question. Consider the following statements. It is an intergovernmental organization founded in 1982 that comprises 5 small island states in the Western Indian Ocean. It has its own regional agenda and has made impressive headway in the design and implementation of a regional maritime security architecture in the Western Indian Ocean. In 2012, it was one of the 4 regional organizations to launch the MAZE program. Which of the following organizations best matches the above description? Indian Ocean Commission, Indian Ocean Rim Association, Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. The correct answer is option A. The Indian Ocean Commission is an intergovernmental organization founded in 1982 that comprises 5 small island states in the Western Indian Ocean, namely the Comoros, Madagascar, Mauritius, Reunion, a French department, and the Seychelles. The IOC has its own regional agenda and has made impressive headway in the design and implementation of a regional maritime security architecture in the Western Indian Ocean. Over the years, the IOC has emerged as an active and trusted regional actor working in and for the Western Indian Ocean and implementing a range of projects. For example, in 2012, the IOC was one of the 4 regional organizations to launch the MAZE program, hence option A is the correct answer. The admissions are open for IESGS Foundation course. English medium batch 8th April, Hindi medium batch 26th March. Call us at 87501 87501. Consider the following statements related to Registrar General of India. It oversees the Demographic Survey of India. It functions under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Which of the following statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A. The Registrar General of India is a government authority responsible for collecting and maintaining demographic data in India. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It was established in 1961 mainly to conduct census operations across the country. The RGI oversees vital statistics including birth, deaths and population data and also manages the National Population Register. It functions under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next. With reference to the geographical location of the North Sea, consider the following statements. It is connected to the Atlantic by the Strait of Dover and the English Channel and to the Baltic Sea through the Skagerrak and Kattegat. It is bordered by the United Kingdom, Norway, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium and France. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C. North Sea location, a shallow northeast arm of the Atlantic Ocean between the British Isles and mainland northwest Europe. It is connected to the Atlantic by the Strait of Dover and the English Channel and to the Baltic Sea through the Skagerrak and Kattegat. The deepest point in the North Sea is the Norwegian Trench. Borders surrounded by the United Kingdom, Norway, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium and France. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Economic importance, major trade route for Europe, linking key points in the UK, Scandinavian countries and the mainland Europe. The 1958 Geneva Convention on the Continental Shelf established countries' rights over adjacent shelf, enabling North Sea exploration, which is rich in oil and gas with extensive offshore drilling. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next. Which one of the following countries shares a border with Kazakhstan, China, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan? Correct answer is option B. Kyrgyzstan are Central Asian nation that gained independence from the Soviet Union in 1991. Kyrgyzstan shares border with Kazakhstan, China, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan with Bishkek as its capital. Option B is the correct answer. Next. Consider the following statements regarding citizenship in India. The Constitution of India provides for single citizenship similar to the United States of America. Overseas citizens of India cardholders have the same political rights as Indian citizens. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D. Part 2 covers the provision of citizenship in the Constitution of India. Article 9 provides for single citizenship in India by denying Indian citizenship to anyone who voluntarily acquires citizenship of another country. The United States follows a dual citizenship model, federal and state. Hence, option 1 is not correct. An OCI, overseas citizen of India cardholder, is a foreign national of Indian origin granted a special status by the Indian government, allowing them to live and work in India indefinitely with certain benefits and restrictions but without the full rights of a citizen. OCI cardholders do not have political rights such as voting, contesting elections or holding constitutional posts. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next. Regarding the Members of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme, consider the following statements. Each Member of Parliament is allocated Rs 5 crore per year under the scheme. Funds are non-lapsable and carried forward if not utilized in a given year. MPs must allocate a minimum of 15% and 7.5% of their funds to create assets for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes respectively. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, none. Correct answer is option C. Members of Parliament Local Area Development scheme is a central sector scheme introduced in 1993 that enables the members of parliament to recommend developmental work in their constituencies with an emphasis on creating durable community assets based on locally felt needs. Under the scheme, each MP is allocated rupees 5 crore per year since 2011-12. Hence statement 1 is the correct answer. Funds are distributed by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation to district authorities in 2 installments of rupees 2.5 crore each. Funds are non-lapsable and carried forward if not utilized in a given year. Hence, statement 2 is correct. MPs must allocate a minimum of 15% and 7.5% of their funds to create assets for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes respectively. Hence, option 3 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next, consider the following statements. This country gave India's Prime Minister the highest national award, the Grand Commander of the Order of the Star and Key of the Indian Ocean. Recently, India elevated its ties with this country to an enhanced strategic partnership. India announced its first ever rupee-denominated line of credit to support this country in replacing its water pipelines. Mahatma Gandhi also visited this country in 1901, advocating education and political empowerment for the Indian community. Which of the following countries best matches the above description? Mauritius, Maldives, Sri Lanka, Seychelles. Correct answer is option A. India's Prime Minister received the highest national award of Mauritius, the Grand Commander of the Order of the Star and Key of the Indian Ocean. India and Mauritius elevated their ties to an enhanced strategic partnership, strengthening security, trade, development, while reaffirming their commitment to a free and secure Indian Ocean. India announced its first ever rupee-denominated line of credit to support Mauritius in replacing its water pipelines. Mahatma Gandhi visited Mauritius in 1901, advocating education and political empowerment for the Indian community. As a tribute to Gandhi, Mauritius celebrates its National Day on 12th March, marking the Dandi March. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next, which of the following statements about the Indian grey wolf is or are correct? The Indian grey wolf is found across Southwest Asia and the Indian subcontinent. It is primarily diurnal, hunting during the day. The Indian grey wolf is listed as endangered by the IUCN and is found in regions with colder temperatures. Bankapur Wolf Sanctuary in Karnataka is India's second protected area dedicated solely to wolves after Mahudanar Wolf Sanctuary. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 and 4 only, 1 and 2 only, 1, 3 and 4 only, 2 and 3 only. The correct answer is option A. The Indian grey wolf is found across Southwest Asia and the Indian subcontinent. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Indian grey wolf is primarily nocturnal, hunting from dusk to dawn, not during the day. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The Indian grey wolf is listed as endangered by the IUCN, but it thrives in warmer temperatures, not colder. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Bankapur Wolf Sanctuary is India's second protected area dedicated solely to wolves after Mahudanar Wolf Sanctuary. Hence, statement 4 is correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next, regarding the Dharini 3D Fetal Brain Atlas, consider the following statements. Dharini is the world's largest and most detailed high-resolution 3D fetal brain atlas. It can help identify brain disorders such as autism and provide insights into conditions like the cerebral palsy and mental health issues like depression and bipolar disorder. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C. Researchers at the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, has developed a revolutionary tool known as Dharini, a detailed 3D map of the fetal brain that holds significant implications for understanding brain disorders. Dharini is the world's largest and most detailed high-resolution 3D fetal brain atlas, mapping over 5,000 brain sections and 500 brain regions. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The atlas focuses on brains from the second trimester, a key period for rapid growth and development. The tool can help identify brain disorders such as autism and provide insights into conditions like cerebral palsy and mental health issues like depression and bipolar disorder. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Option C is the correct answer. Next, with reference to mycelium bricks, consider the following statements. They are made from fungal spores, husk, and sawdust, forming a lightweight fibrous structure. Mycelium brick emits significantly more CO2 than traditional fired clay bricks during production. They are biodegradable, fire resistant, and provide good thermal insulation. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option C. In the face of climate change, the construction industry is seeking low carbon alternatives, and mycelium bricks have emerged as a promising innovation. Mycelium bricks created from fungal spores, husk, and sawdust. Mycelium bricks form a lightweight fibrous structure with a low environmental impact compared to traditional fired clay bricks. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Unlike traditional fired clay bricks, which emit nearly 300 million tons of CO2 annually, mycelium bricks have a low carbon footprint. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. They are biodegradable, fire resistant, lightweight, and good heat insulators, making them suitable for interior paneling, filters, and electronics. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Potential applications include interior paneling, liquid filters, sports equipment, and electronic component. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next, a venture capital fund, often seen in the news, is best described as a fund that investors commit for investing in early stage companies, a government program providing loans to startups, a savings account with high interest rates, a type of mutual fund focused on bonds? The correct answer is option A. A venture capital fund is a sum of money that investors commit for investment in early stage companies. Startup India is a flagship initiative of the Government of India intended to catalyze startup culture and build a strong and inclusive ecosystem for innovation and entrepreneurship in India. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Consider the following statements. A tariff is a tax imposed by the government of a country on imports or exports of goods. Anti-dumping duties are tariffs imposed on imported goods that are believed to be priced below fair market value, aiming to protect domestic industries from unfair competition. Import quotas limit the quantity of a specific good that can be bought from a country, helping domestic producers retain market share. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. Send the answer of this question in the comment section. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.